I like to talk about the phrasal verbs, the definition of it, and some examples. A phrasal verb is also called group verb. Whenever a simple verb is combined with a preposition or an adverb, or sometimes both, a phrasal verb is formed. And the new meaning of that new verb is not the same. It is different from the meaning of that simple verb. For example, look, we know the meaning of it. And whenever into this preposition is added or combined with the simple verb, we find the phrasal verb or a phrasal verb is formed, that is look into. It means investigate. And there is a difference between a phrase and the phrasal verb. A phrase is a group of words having no verb, and it is a part of a sentence. Sometimes it is an important part of a sentence according to the meaning, according to the context, or according to the subject matter. And for example, an example of a phrase, a noun phrase, for example, an honest man, and determiner, honest qualifier, and man, noun. And similarly, at 4:30, it is an adverbial phrase because it indicates time. And some examples of phrasal verbs. For example, put, this is a simple verb, and we can add or we can combine preposition or adverb with it, and we can form phrasal verbs. The different meaning we can get. Extinguish the lamp before going to bed. Put out the lamp before going to bed. We can replace extinguish this verb by the phrasal verb put out. Similarly, she wears a beautiful dress. She puts on a beautiful dress. Our journey was postponed. Our journey was put off. And I cannot tolerate a real insult to my intelligence. I cannot put up with a real insult to my intelligence. So, tolerate, this verb we can replace by the phrasal verb put up with. I can remember your name. I can call up your name. I demand your explanation. I call for your explanation. Demand. Call for, that means demand. And I like to visit your house. I like to call at your house. So whenever place is referred to, we can use a call at. But whenever the person is referred to, we must use a call on in respect of the meaning of visit. For example, I shall visit you next Sunday. I shall call on you next Sunday. I shall call on you next Sunday, not I shall call at you next Sunday. We should write I shall call on you next Sunday because a person is referred to here. And the strike was cancelled. The strike was called off. Please invite a doctor. Please call in a doctor. Please call in a doctor. Invite a doctor. Please call in a doctor. And I want to execute your order. I want to carry out your order. I want to continue this work in your absence. I want to carry on this work in your absence. And similarly, come, this is a simple verb, and we can make a phrasal verbs, or we can form phrasal verbs by adding preposition to this simple verb. For example, a serious accident happened last night. A serious accident came about last night. The serious accident happened last night, past tense. So the serious accident came about last night. And similarly, I suddenly met him on the way. I suddenly met him on the way. I came across him on the way. And he was descended from a good family. He came of a good family. Was descended from. In place of was descended from, we can use the group verb or the phrasal verb came of. He came of a good family. And a few examples I like to give. Cut is a simple verb. Reduce your expenses, cut down your expenses. Do up, this is the phrasal verb. And do is the simple verb, we know. I'm fatigued with the journey. I'm done up with the journey. The brothers quarreled over their father's property. The brothers fell out over their father's property. Now the simple verb is get. We could not reach our goal. We could not get at our goal. I must overcome my problem. I must get over my problem. And when the simple verb is give, the president distributed the prizes. The president gave away the prizes. I never want to yield. I never want to give in. Leave the bad habit. Give up the bad habit. And now the simple verb is hold. Conceal your thought. Hold back your thought. check your temper, hold in your temper. And when the simple verb is look, the police look into the case, the police investigate the case, the police look into the case. In place of investigate, we can use look into. The boy is in the boy is in search of a job. The boy looks for a job. He takes care of his father. He looks after his father. I examine the book carefully. I look through the book. I examine the applications. I look over the applications. I'm anxiously awaiting his visit. I'm looking forward to his visit. In place of anxiously awaiting, looking forward to. In place of anxiously awaiting, awaiting that means waiting for. In place of anxiously awaiting, looking forward to. He died, he passed away. He died, he passed away. In place of died, passed away. And the simple verb is make. I cannot understand what you say. I cannot make out what you say. I decided my mind. I made up my mind. And he compensates his loss. He makes up his loss. And now the simple verb is a keep. He continued ringing the bell. He kept on ringing the bell. He maintained the prestige of his family. He kept up the prestige of his family. And similarly, the simple verb is set. The rain commences. The rain sets in. He established a school. He set up a school. Past tense. He set up a school, and he started for Mumbai. He set out for Mumbai. We started our journey. We set off our journey. And similarly, I began my work. I began my work without delay. I set about my work without delay. I want to reject your proposal. I want to turn down your proposal. Solve the sum, work out the sum. Remove your coat, take off your coat. So these are the phrasal verbs. And we can understand, and it is quite clear to us that a preposition or an adverb is combined with the simple verb, and the phrasal verb is formed. And the meaning of the simple verb and the meaning of the phrasal verb is not the same, are not the same. The meanings are not the same. The new verb has the new meaning. The phrasal verb has the new meaning. And whenever the preposition changes, the meaning changes. Whenever the preposition, which is combined with the simple verb, changes, the meaning changes. So for example, look into, if it means investigate, look for, it means search.